Virginia City is the largest federally designated historic district in the United States. Much of the community was established during the town's boom days in the 1870s, when the Comstock Lode made Virginia City one of the West's premier mining metropolises.
Hi there.
Hi,
We meet Virgil Bucanieri. As a longtime resident and self-admitted character of Virginia City, he's a great guide to some of the community's less traveled attractions.
Now, across from my office is our Catholic church, St. Mary's in the Mountains. And that, too, was built, you can see the block up there in 1868.
It's a beautiful church.
And it burned in 1875.
Oh, yeah.
And it was rebuilt in 1876, but actually it wasn't reopened until 77. Took them a while to rebuild it.
How much of it was destroyed?
It was basically gutted on the inside and the roof. There's a story that they dynamited the roof to keep the fire from spreading.
Huh.
And for a long time they said, well, that couldn't happen. Why would you dynamite a building, you know,
right.
a brick building? But I thought about that for a long time, and what they probably did, the fire, it was a high wind. That's what caused the fire to spread. So they dynamited the roof to keep the shingles from catching fire and spreading. But it didn't seem to do much good, because it went on and took most of the center of town and the Episcopal Church and a lot of other buildings. Now, here, 2 or 3 blocks below the main street, not many people know about it. This was the house that Walter Van Tilburg Clark lived in.
Okay.
And he wrote the City of Trembling Leaves about Reno, and Track of the Cat, and a lot of other
well-known Nevada author.
Well-known. And he lived in this little house here, and I think he did a lot of his work out of this house.
It looks like it's well kept.
Yeah.
The Story County Courthouse was built in 1877 and is one of the most elaborate period courthouses in the state. One of the structure's most interesting features is the Statue of Justice over the main entrance. Going against custom, the statue is not blindfolded.
Bricks all the way to the corner, and then the facade
well,
looks
this
totally
used
different.
to be all bricks too, in between the windows.
Oh, so it matched.
But
more
somebody
obviously.
decided it looked better having it painted.
Well, it looks
you can still see the outline of the bricks.
Oh yeah,
see?
yeah.
So.
I see it.
And that's been that way as long as I can remember.
Does it still function as a courthouse?
Oh yeah, this is a functioning courthouse.
So you're in here occasionally as a lawyer, right?
Yeah, this was my office. I was district attorney for 16 years. Had my office right in there.
Do they have a plaque or a bust of you in there, I hope?
Well, not yet. But
as soon as you finish making it, right?
I think maybe they were glad to see me go.
Virginia City was once called the richest place on earth. The Comstock Lode yielded more than $400 million in gold and silver and remains one of the richest known silver deposits in the United States.
This is Millionaire's Row. It was all lined up with mansions and expensive homes. The castle here is one of the last survivors of that time, and I think it's the only one in town that still has the original furnishings. Never been touched since it was built. I mean, remodeled or any of the furnishings. They were never taken out. Over here, not many people know, was in this area was the site of the original opera house up here.
Oh, wow.
It's called McGuire's Opera House.
And
it faced that street there.
where did it go? What happened to it?
Well, then John Piper bought it, and he liked the location up the hill better.
He moved
So
it?
he rebuilt it. And this may have burnt down. And then when he went to rebuild it, he did it up there where the Piper's Opera House is today.
Of course, everybody knows that Mark Twain was here once, right?
Yeah, he was here. But really, Mark Twain didn't spend that much time up here.
Oh, really?
He was here in his younger days and worked for the Territorial Enterprise, but he was gone in the early 60s. And he came back in about 1866 for one lecture he gave here. And then from then on, I think he came to the Bay Area a few times. But as far as I can determine, he never came back up to Virginia City.